Hey, I want to talk about some fats today. I don't want to talk about belly fat. I want to talk more specifically about fish oil and omega fatty acids because it's been a topic with a lot of my clients that have been asking about supplements. And so we've started kind of going through the supplements, and last night we talked about fish oil. So I thought I would share some information about fish oil with you because inquiring minds want to know. If you want to lose your belly fat, you can actually do so by eating more fat. And so I want to talk a little bit about fish oil and particularly omega-3 fatty acid and the best ways to get it into your body and the best supplements for you. So first of all, why would you want to have omega-3s? Well, it has amazing properties in terms of supporting cardiovascular function, nervous function, brain development, immune support. It helps with cell repair and regeneration, with memory, increased insulin sensitivity, increases your metabolism. So there's a lot of great benefits with omega-3. And so more specifically, it's got even anti-inflammatory properties. It provides energy. It actually makes up the membranes in your cells. So when you think of your brain, the gray matter in your brain is actually made of fat. And if you want a healthier and happier brain, if you're eating omega-3s and healthy fat, you're going to be healthier and happier. In fact, years of research have linked lower fat diets with aggression, depression, even suicidal thoughts. So including healthy fats like omega-3s in your diet is going to help your brain quite a bit. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about what creates omega-3s in particular. If you can hear some snoring, it's because I have the piglet right beside me, so sorry about that. So we can't make omega-3s or omega-6s. We have to, in our bodies, we have to get it from dietary sources. It's a lot easier to get omega-6 because we can get them from plant sources, and we can even get omega-6 from factory-raised animals, especially those that are grain-fed, corn and soy, because we can get that through, we get the omega-6s from the corn and the soy that they're eating. So since we eat a lot more processed foods, and we tend to eat a lot less fish and wild game that we used to, maybe that our ancestors did, it's really important that we look at the omega-3 sources, which come most from the best from marine sources. We can get, first of all, there's 3 things in omega-3s that we're looking to get, and that is, I can't even say it, DHA and EPA, and also ALA. ALA is alpha linoleic acid. I'll make an attempt on that one, but the EPA and DHA I'm not even going to attempt saying. But those are the 3 things that we're looking for in our omega-3s. Now the ALA has to be converted into EPA and DHA. So if you feel like you can get all your omega-3s from walnuts and chia seeds and hemp and flax, you can't, because the conversion is fairly low. So you probably want to be considering a marine source for your EPA and DHA, which are really important elements of the omega-3s. And so I lost my train of thought. Sev, hey. Sorry, because we'll have a barking dog. So it's important then to get lots of marine sources, like eat fish or use a fish supplement or fish oil supplement. And don't kid yourself, don't let marketers kid you when they advertise, omega-369 or omega-6s, make sure you get your omega-5s and your 7s. The only one you really need to be concerned with is omega-3, because we get enough omega-6 through our diet, through those plant sources, and actually too much omega-6 can cause an inflammatory effect. And our bodies can make omega-5, 7, 9. It can kind of piece together from other food sources. So really be concerned with good quality omega-3. That's what you want to look for when you are purchasing or getting your omegas. Probably, unless you're going to eat a lot of fish, you're probably going to want to look for a supplement. So a couple things when you're looking for a supplement, or the amount to begin with. The U.S. Drug and Food Administration, the FDA, says that up to 3 grams of EPA and DHA is safe, but the European Food Safety says up to 6 is fine. And just to give you a reference, an 8-ounce piece of salmon has about 3.75 grams of EPA and DHA, and 8 ounces is a pretty big piece of fish. Some sources say that you really don't start reaping the benefits of omega-3 until you get to about 7.5 grams of EPA and DHA. So, you know, there's quite a bit of wiggle room. You can probably get up to 9 grams safely in the day. So, you know, consider that. I've mentioned to my clients, especially women that might be having some difficulty sleeping, sometimes the sleeping, you know, if you're waking up at you know, maybe 2 a.m. the same time every night, it might be because you're experiencing low blood sugar. So having slow digesting protein before bed, or maybe you know, a healthy fat source might you know, you won't get that cortisol response, that low blood sugar that wakes you up every night. Some people say, oh, well, I'm waking up because I have to pee. Some people say, you know, did you have to pee and that woke you up, or did you wake up and notice that you had to pee? Lots of times, if you're waking up always at the same time, it's because you have low blood sugar and a cortisol response, because cortisol tells your body to wake up, you're starving. Anyway, the reason I'm getting on that is that it might be a good idea to take a fish oil, some fish oil before bed, because that will help satiate you and keep you from getting that low blood sugar or cortisol response in the middle of the night. So something to think about if you're going to be taking that fish oil anyway. You know, you might want to consider taking it at night because it might also help with sleeping, among the many other benefits that I mentioned before with having fish oil. So the thing to be aware of with fish oil is that it can oxidize. And so oxidization is the breakdown of the elements, and it could be because of oxygen, heat, light, and metal. So whatever your supplement, you want to make sure that you're protecting it against that. So you can keep it in the fridge for up to 40 days, even in the freezer up to 120 days. You could buy smaller bottles so it doesn't get as much oxygen to it. You can wrap it in tin foil to keep the light out of it. That's why when you buy a good quality supplement, fish oil, it should be in a darker bottle, not just a clear bottle. And so just some considerations when you're buying your fish oil. Buy the higher quality. Try to buy, if you're buying fish oil, try and get it with smaller marine life like herring and mackerel, because the smaller fish have lower environmental toxins, and krill is another great option for fish oil. Cod liver oil, not a great fish oil supplement. Can cause fishy breath, digestive issues. It's got kind of an imbalance between the A and the D, because lots of supplement companies add A and D to it. So just from the research that I've seen, cod liver oil is probably not your best bet. I know back in the olden days when I was a kid, some parents, thank God my mom didn't make me have fish oil or cod liver oil. But you want, if you're gonna invest in fish oil, try and, you know, spend the money, get the more, you know, higher quality fish oil, and you can reap the benefits of fish, because the fish oil, remarkably, eating that fat will help you lose your belly fat. And that's it for me today. We'll see ya.